Hi everyone, it's Misty here. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy New Year! Hey, hi, hello. In this video, I'm going to be doing my weigh-in for 2025. I'm going to be talking about the what happened in December. I never did get around to posting that video. I filmed it twice. I didn't like either time, so we're going to be trying it again today. I'm going to talk about what the plan is for the rest of the month. And yeah, we'll go from there. So if you're new here, new to my channel, hello. This channel is 9 years old. I cannot believe I've been posting over here for 9 years. I have my weights from the last 9 years, except for 2024. But before we get into that, I just want to say I am sending all the love and prayers that I can to those of you who are affected by what happened in New Orleans and Las Vegas. I hate that's how we started our new year, and I'm worried that it's going to get worse before it gets better. So just know that my heart goes out to you. I wish I could do more, but I'm so sorry it happened, and I really hope that you guys can heal as we move forward. So yeah, just wanted to add that before we get into today's video. Oh, and a shameless plug, I've listed new t-shirts in my Etsy shop. This time I have some book themed ones and some Valentine's one. My favorite one is a cute little ghost holding like a heart balloon. It's so stinking cute. I will have my Etsy shop listed down below. And also, if you're interested in seeing this space, I posted my craft room tour. Finally, part 1 has gone up. I think I'm gonna get this posted the same day I film it. I'm filming this on January the 5th. So part 1 went up on Friday, part 2 will go up tomorrow. So, and then if you're interested in this makeup look, I did a Get Ready With Me on my Misty channel. All of these are listed down below, I think. Hey, hi, hello. So, December. Wake me up. When? Oh, that's September, isn't it? Okay. So, 100-pound countdown. Amazon. He brought my egg cooker. Got a Dash egg cooker. It was $12. We'll see if it works. Anyway. 100-pound countdown challenge. I started this, August, and I was like, I want to lose 100 pounds, and I am determined to make it so. This 2025 is the year that I will lose 100 pounds. Going back through the weights for the last 9 years was really kind of eye-opening and just kind of solidifies the reason why I said no to insulin when I saw the new endocrinologist, which we'll talk about a little bit. But let's start with the weight because that's what most people want to know. So let me put my glasses on. My new glasses will be here soon. I don't know about the prescription, but the glasses are cute. They're not as wild as these are. So January 2017, I weighed in at 427 pounds. I believe I was 425 my first kind of keto weigh-in. 18, I was 387. 2019, I was 379. That is the year I went back on insulin. And so at the beginning of 2020, I was 407 pounds. At the beginning of 2021, I was 377, 22, I was 359, 23, I was 330, 24, I was in the hospital, so I didn't film a weigh-in video that week. And the earliest weigh-in video I think I could find was February, and I think it was 250. And then this year, I'm weighing in at 331. I think it's 331. It's either 331 or 332. So hovering right around the weight that I was in 2023. My lowest weight in 2024 was 325. That was after I got out of the hospital with double pneumonia and RSV. So my weight has really fluctuated, especially on the January 1st, but I've lost more weight than that during the year, but you can just see where like I got down and then went back on insulin and went back up, and that's why I was like, So that's the weight. My goal is to lose 100 pounds. Now, I want to have this surgery at the end of May. Do I think I can lose 100 pounds by May? No, I don't. That's not realistic, and that's not self-compassion. My word of the year is self. If you missed that video, it's on I think it was the last one on the channel. If you missed that video, my word of the year is self, and I'm going to be compassionate with myself and not set unrealistic expectations. So my goal is just to eat the way that I should, or want to, or will. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So my goal is to eat for my body and to not put so much emphasis on the number on the scale. Have I set a number? Yeah. But as a reminder, the number on the scale is only tells you your relation to gravity. Like it doesn't say that you're a good person or a bad person. It's not a moral judgment. And I get so sad when I see so many people get so discouraged when they gain weight overnight. Water, all of the things that go into it, into weighing. And that's why I do my best to only weigh a couple of times a month. And that's why I do my best to have other numbers be my focus. And that's my main tip for you. If you're someone who struggles with watching the scale, don't watch the scale. Go by, if you can measure yourself, measure yourself. If you, pay attention to your clothes, take pictures of yourself, a couple of times a month, either in the same outfit or with this, looking the same way, and you can see the progress even if the scale isn't moving. So that's just kind of where my own thought process is. I'm a Taurus and I don't like to fail. So setting this kind of goal and not meeting it or not doing what I thought I should last fall was really hard for me. And I've been working with it with my therapist. The last time she and I met was a couple of days before Christmas, that Monday before Christmas. And we went into the endocrinologist appointment because that one sent me spiraling. And if I hadn't sent me spiraling, I probably would have been close to 320 right now. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. So let's go back. Let's flip it and reverse it and go back to the immunologist. I saw the immunologist at some point in November, and he prescribed a new medication for kind of help control my asthma and my allergies. So I have allergy-induced asthma that's caused by an allergy to some kind of mold outside. I have been dealing with that more over the last month or so. It's been more of an issue since being in the hospital earlier in the year with double pneumonia and RSV. First time I've ever had either, and I've struggled ever since. So, and I didn't have traditional pneumonia. I think I had walking pneumonia, and it just kind of, with the RSV, just kind of took me out. Plus I have, I have a compromised immune system. He prescribed something for my allergies and my asthma. And he said, now this could cause issues with your mood. And I said, okay. He said, so just kind of keep an eye out for that. It did cause issues with my mood. It got me to a dark place, you guys. And it took me a while to realize that that's what it was. I was like, what is, because I'd seen him, and then I'd had an infusion at the beginning of December, and my rheumatologist changed me to a different med. And so I was trying all these new meds, and I wasn't sure what was happening, but it got to be where I didn't want to stay up. I would get up 9, 10 o'clock, I would stay up for a while, and then by 6:37, I wanted to go to bed. And not because I was tired, I just didn't want to be up anymore. I wanted the next day to start. And it took me until that Friday before Christmas when I was like, Misty, this is that medication causing you to be this depressed. I mean, Christmas Day was probably the hardest day I've had in a long time. And I think it was we didn't put up a tree. We didn't have family over. It was just another day, and it was really hard for me. And so that was what, 23, 22, 21, the 20th, the 19th or the 20th where I stopped the medication. And it's just now that I'm filming this on January 5th that I feel like that medication is out of my system and I'm feeling a bit better. So I think if I hadn't been on that medication, going to the endocrinologist and not having a positive appointment wouldn't have sent me spiraling as much as it did. So type 2 diabetic, I've been type 2 diabetic since 2006. And up until 2019 or 2020, I don't remember which one, I was getting care through the Chalk Donation. And I mentioned this before. You guys know I was talking about how I drove 3.5 hours one way to go see this endocrinologist, and I loved him. And they had changed it to where you had to call the nurse to get an appointment. And I called 2 days a week for 6 weeks and couldn't get an appointment. And it had gotten to the point where I was like, I have to see somebody. So I started seeing a private doctor down here. Well, I didn't like her. And she's since left the practice, so I would have had to find a new one anyway. So I made this appointment back in August, and it finally happened on the 18th, and it was just not It was just not. So, is it a top 5? I don't know, maybe, but it's at least top 10 worst appointments I've ever had in my life. And I've seen a shit ton of doctors. So he's the type, like his personality type is to kind of like make everything humorous and funny, even when it's not humorous and funny. And one thing that I hate more than anything is being interrupted. Like, please, like not necessarily interrupted, but like being this, I hate being like, one of my triggers is being dismissed or treated like I'm stupid. Dismissed comes from my mother, who would just not talk to me for weeks at a time, even if we lived in a 1,300 square foot house. And the other one is being treated like I'm stupid, because I'm not. I've got a master's degree. I have an education. Even if I didn't have an education, I'm still an educated person. So he was very, very, very dismissive. And it started from the word go. I said, I just want to give you kind of like a brief, and he's like, I'll tell you. I just want to give you a brief history of what's been going on. He's like, no, I'll tell you what's been going on. And he literally went through all the blood work and stuff, but I haven't been there since 2019 or 2020, and so much has happened since then. Like, one of the things that I watched one of the videos from 2024, and I remembered saying I had 3 cancer scares in 2023, which I had completely blacked out. I mean, starting after that trip to the hospital on January 4th, 2024, my brain shut down. And it was like, oh shit, no wonder it shut down. 2023 was a very hard year. So much has happened. The FSHD, the CVID, the surgery, all of it. So much has happened. And he was so flippin' dismissive. And so I was like, well, so much more has happened since then. I'm like, that was like 4 years ago. And he was like, okay. And so I started telling him, and then he interrupted me. And I said, I'm not finished. And he said, okay. So I kept going. And I mean, it was just, you guys. He said, has anybody ever talked to you about weight loss surgery? And I just looked at him and I said, are you seriously asking me that question? He's like, yeah, I'm seriously asking you that question. That was his facial expression. And I said, I can count on one hand the number of doctors who haven't mentioned weight loss surgery. He's like, well, then why haven't you had it? Because I don't want to have it. Why? Because it doesn't fix anything. I said, it doesn't fix the reason why I'm fat. It doesn't fix the overeating, the emotional eating. I said, it doesn't take care of any of that. I said, and I know people who have died. Rob and I both know people who have died from having weight loss surgery. I said, and people who gained their weight back. I'm not going to go mutilate my body in order to lose some weight when I could potentially gain it all back, because I haven't fixed the problem. I haven't fixed the symptom, the issue. I don't want to go in and just have, a surgery and then possibly gain it all back when I have an episode like this appointment threw me into. So mad. I was so mad. And he's like, well, why are you here? Weren't you seeing somebody? I was like, yeah, I was seeing somebody. He's like, well, why did you leave? I said, because they were like 5 or 6 minute appointments. I said, we never discussed anything constructive. It was never, okay, let's try this. Do you want to do this? It was nothing like that. It was like just status quo. He's like, well, why aren't you on Mounjaro? I said, I don't know. I said, I was originally on Ozempic, then we moved me to Wegovy. I said, and I've been on Ozempic since I've been with you guys since August. And I said, no, Ozempic's not working. I mean, my blood sugars at 250, they're still averaging in the 250s. He's like, well, I think you should go on Mounjaro. I said, okay. And he said, we have to get it, for the trick salt, blah, blah, blah. He's like, but it has 2 different medications. I said, okay, sure, fine, that's great. I said, I just want something that will help get my blood sugar down. I said, because my biggest issue, and the one thing that I've struggled with the last few years, is I can eat as low carb as possible and my blood sugars will still be high. I said, so I want to figure out why. What is causing that? Is it inflammation? Is there an underlying issue? What's the problem? I had my pancreas and my insulin levels tested just a couple of years ago. That was something I was reminded of when I was rewatching videos. So I was just like, and I don't want to go into all of it because, I mean, one of you may be seeing him too and you liked him, and if you did, that's great. I mean, when I had my nails done there was a lady next to me who has MS, and she sees the doctors at UT Southwestern, and I told her I had the worst time. She's like, oh, they're being great. Of course, she was thinner, like thin. So anyway, but I understand that some people, like the doctor I hated, one of you guys loved. So it's like doctors, they're different fits for different people. So I'm not saying that he's the worst doctor I've ever had, and I'm not saying that maybe he wouldn't be good for somebody else, but he wasn't a good fit for me. So he walked out the door. I turned around and looked at Rob and I said, what the fuck was this appointment? He said, I don't know, but we'll talk about it in the car. And he was like, he's like, no. He's like, we need to see if we can get you back into the other endocrinologists. He said, no, I don't want you to see him again. He was just dismissive. I don't know how else to describe it, but it was just, and I felt so bad because he hadn't been there very long. And the poor little medical assistant, she was like, I was doing this on my own. I was getting blood work. And that's the other thing. No blood work. No blood work. And then I tried to tell him about the nodules on my thyroid. I said, yeah, he was checking back. He's like, everybody has nodules. He's like, that's super common. Everybody has nodules on their thyroid. And I was like, well, I didn't until I took Victoza. He's like, well, these are all the same meds. I said, yeah, I know. I was just about to lose my mind. But it was this, anyway. So I felt so bad because she's like, I really hope you like him. So we left and she's like, what did you think? I was like, he was really nice. And I left it at that because I was just like, no. So he sent in a script for Mounjaro and he's like, oh, it'll take a couple of weeks for this to be approved. Next day, it was in the mail to me. So I've had 2 doses of it now and I don't eat. I literally don't eat. I am never hungry. And if I'm hungry and then I'm not hungry again. But let's go back. So anyway, we're leaving this appointment. We're in the car. We're talking. And I said, I want to go to a buffet. And he's like, I want all you can eat. He's like, are you sure? I was like, yeah. I said, I want to eat today. I'm going to eat today. Because we'd been doing so well and been on plan and everything was going great until this appointment. And I honestly feel like if I wasn't on that medication that was messing with my mood and I wasn't in such a deep depressive state, I wouldn't have done that. And so it was just, we went to Red Robin. Yeah, Red Robin. And I had a burger without a bun and then their steak fries. And I had a couple of orders of that. I couldn't eat more than that because of the medication and stuff. And I really didn't want to, but I was just so frustrated. And then I talked to my therapist on Monday and she's like, how's it going? I was like, not going great. And so we just sat there and we talked through it. And she's like, you're saying should a lot. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, do you feel like you have unrealistic expectations when it comes to doctors? And I said, no. I said, I feel like I want the very basic out of a doctor. If he hadn't been so dismissive and if he had just listened to the words that came out of my mouth, it would have been a much better appointment. Just completely for him to just take over. I haven't been with them in 4 or 5 years. There's no updated blood work. He didn't order any at all. I was just, ugh. So that was like December the 18th. So Thursday we went back to Durant because I'm diabetic so I can get glasses once a year. So we're there. We're literally pulling out of the driveway and I get a call about an ultrasound on my thyroid. I was like, we're literally pulling out. Can you get me in today? And she said, no. She's like, but it looks like you have an appointment in February. And I said, I've canceled that appointment. I said, can't you guys just send the orders down to Texas? And she's like, no, we can't do that because we can do it here. And I was just like, I'm going to have to call you back. I was like, I don't want to drive 2 hours back to Durant for an ultrasound that's going to take less than 5 minutes. Like I've had this every year now for the last, 5-6 years? No. 8 years because it was 2016. We found out the day before we left for vacation that I had these nodules on my thyroid. So I was super frustrated. Number one, he didn't say he was ordering an ultrasound because he made it sound like it was no big deal that I had nodules on my thyroid. And I was just so frustrated. So I told Rob, I was like, and it's about to be busy season. And last year, Rob lost a friend, a colleague. She passed away, and they worked together. So that was down one person. They lost another person. I think they left or retired. They're down 2 people. Now they're down 3 people. And the person who, there was he and another guy that did these specific types of documents. He's a proofreader, and that guy retired. So he's looking at a very busy season, which starts 1st of February and goes through like the end of May. And the only reason why I'm trying to aim for Memorial Day weekend is because he'll have off that Friday and that Monday. She does surgeries on Thursday, and it's an all-day surgery. It's like 8 to 10 hours. So have surgery on Thursday. He'll be off Friday through Monday. I'm going to stay in the hospital probably 3 or 4 days, and then I'm going to go straight to rehab. So he'll have some time off. And anyway, so that's kind of why I was thinking, why am I crying? I'm going to cry. Why am I so upset? So anyway, he's going to be super busy, and I can't drive, you guys. I can't drive. So I've just been so frustrated with the whole experience. And yeah, anyway, so I haven't called her back. And because I told her, I was like, I'll pay for it. Like, let's just have our insurance cover it. We just need the order from the doctor sent down here, and we'll have it done down here, and I'll just pay for it. I said, because I just can't. I can't make us make that drive for a 5-6 minute appointment. It's just not worth it. And you weren't so concerned about those when I was trying to talk about it. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to do my best to see if I can get back to the Diabetes Wellness Center. I don't know that that's going to happen. Yeah, I don't know. So he put me on Mounjaro, whatever. I've heard it pronounced 3 different ways in 3 different commercials, so I don't know. And I started that this Saturday after Christmas. I just had my 2nd dose. No, yeah. The Saturday after Christmas. I didn't really notice any side effects. I still don't notice any side effects except for like my chest burns, and I don't know if that's asthma or if that's like heartburn. I've never had heartburn or indigestion before in my life, really. And they say indigestion is like down in your abdomen. This is like right here. So I don't know if that's related or not. But the main issue is I don't eat. Like, I'm never hungry. So I'll be hungry. Like, I'll get a hunger pain. And if I don't eat right that second, I'm not hungry again. And that was the one thing he and I, we didn't get into it, but he was like, so what have you been eating? And I said, you know, he's like, how many calories are you eating today? It's like, I don't know. I haven't been counting. He's like, well, give me an idea. I said, well, yesterday at lunch, I had a turkey and bacon sandwich on Aldi keto bread, and that's all I had to eat. He's like, you need to be eating the same amount of calories every day. And I was like, that's the first time I ever heard that. But I was just like, he's like, why aren't you eating? I said, because I'm trying to eat when I'm hungry. Like, I'm only trying to eat when I'm hungry. I'm not trying to, you know, do 6 meals a day or something like that. I said, because I've been working so hard to get my body to listen to its own hunger cues. Oh, speak of the devil, now I'm hungry. It's 2 p.m. So anyway, I was just, yeah, so I haven't, that's probably the main side effect, is that I just don't, I'm not hungry at all. And I haven't looked through all of it, but I know with these types of medications, you have to at least get some protein in every day. So I don't know. The only thing I can think is maybe doing like protein bulletproof coffees in the morning, or, you know, or doing like trying to do a protein shake at some point during the day, have some protein bars. I honestly don't know. I haven't noticed a change in my sense of taste or a change in my sense of smell. So thank goodness for that, because I really would have hated that. But other than that, I haven't really, like, I just haven't been hungry, like, at all. So, yeah. So it's January, I think I mentioned 17 times now that it's January 5th. We've set a goal for not eating out this month, except if we can use gift cards. So he gets rewards at work, and one of the ones he picked was a gift card to Maggiano's, and we're supposed to go to Maggiano's for our anniversary. Our anniversary was New Year's Eve. We celebrated 15 years. Hooray for that. But we've put it off. We were supposed to go on Thursday, but we ended up going to see my brother and my nephew because we didn't see them at Christmas time. So we haven't gone there yet. So we have that, and I'm gonna have the lobster carbonara. I don't care. And then he has some saltgrass ones, and those will be the only 2 times that we can eat out, like get takeout or whatever, for the month of January. And our freezer is just about empty, which never happens. I'm cooking him pork chops tonight. And then I have one more package of pork chops. I'm making chili tomorrow because we're going to be in the teens and the 20s this week. And then he has leftovers and stuff. So at some point we're going to have to try to go get some meat from Sam's. We just haven't. I think I told you guys we had to drain our emergency fund and put some stuff on the Visa, and I'm trying to pay off both. So it's been tight. So if you purchase a t-shirt, thank you. I appreciate it. If you can't support monetarily, that's okay. Your likes, your comments, etc. help. I've been awful at comments, and I apologize for that. A lot of it has been just my headspace. It took all I could do to get in here and get this craft room tour done, because I've just been in the weather changing, and the pain has been stupid. I see my rheumatologist on Tuesday. It's going to be 24 degrees. I'm kind of excited because I have a houndstooth coat I haven't had the opportunity to wear. It's black and white houndstooth, and I bought a red scarf to wear with it. So I'm kind of excited to do that. I'm excited for that. But she put me on this med, and she's like, I'm going to check your liver levels in a month because mine was elevated by like 1 point, I think is what she said. And so if it causes further elevation in that whatever liver she's checking, then I'll have to come back off of it. But I see my pain management doctor next Friday, and I'm going to try to start the process again to have another rhizotomy in like L3, L4. I wonder if I can do like L3 through L6 or whatever, something. God dang. It's been really bothering me, and of course my neck has been hurting. I put my hair up in a ponytail one day, and it's been awful ever since. It was the day I went to go get my Spravato dose. I've moved to every 4 weeks on Spravato, so I had that the week before Christmas. I'll probably do it in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, so it's been a lot, and my therapist, we talked about it the other day, and I just thanked her profusely. And she's like, Missy, you're doing the work. She's like, you're doing this. Because we also talked about that. She's like, well, she's like, what are you willing to do? And I said, I'm willing to do whatever. I said, I literally told them to cut my arm open to figure out what's going on. I said, I am ready to do whatever. I am pushing as much as I can. I said, and I just expect to have a conversation that's productive, and I want to be heard, and I want to be seen as a person and not some fat person. Like, I want people to hear my words, listen to what I have to say, and talk me through it. Like, that's what I want. And I said, I want to know what's causing the symptoms. I want to get to the root of the issue. And you guys have heard me say this before. I don't want to put a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. Let's figure out what all of this is being caused by. So yeah, I just frustrated. So I am going to try to get in to see the other endocrinologist, and if I can't, I may just try to look down here again. Honestly, I may just try to look down here again. I don't know. It's just been, like I said, I'm finally coming out of it. I feel like I'm coming out of that bad headspace, but I spent so much time in that bad headspace. I just feel like I've made some major setbacks. But I'm trying to be empathetic with myself and practice self-compassion and just be like, it happened. You can't go back in time. All we can do is learn from it. The only thing I can control is my reaction to what happened. So I just have to suck it up, Buttercup, and just hope that, you know, the next doctor isn't like the last two. So yeah. So goals for January is to get on plan and stick with it. I haven't decided if I'm going to do keto or carnivore or ketovore. I honestly don't know. And again, the issue is I'm never hungry and nothing sounds good. Except the other day I wanted a original chicken sandwich with cheese from Burger King. I've wanted an original chicken sandwich with cheese from Burger King for like 3 months. I used to get original chicken sandwich with cheese, cut in half, made large with a Sprite. Like, that was my order from Burger King back in my early 20s. And it was disappointing. It didn't taste good. And Burger King is stupid expensive. was like, this doesn't even taste good. So yeah, but anyway, that's it. When I have been eating, I've been eating those little pepperoni pizza things I make with the wraps. What else have I been eating? What did I eat yesterday? Oh, I made cheese grips one day, and that's all I had. I do the Parmesan cheese with flaxseed and rosemary. That's literally the only thing I ate that day, and the only thing I ate the next day. So if you are on this medication and you have some words of wisdom or some advice, I would appreciate hearing it down below. Seriously. Again, I don't feel like I'm having any adverse effects from it other than maybe what this chest thing is. But I just want to make sure that I'm doing this in a healthy way. And if that means I need to incorporate protein bars, protein shakes, etc., then I'm willing to do whatever, right? Like I don't want this to affect me negatively. I want Thursday, when we were in Durant, we stopped at Dollar Tree. And I walked from the car into Dollar Tree, and I walked around a couple of aisles, and then I went back and I got in the car. And that is the first time I've done that in years. A year at least. I'll be 47 years old on April 29th. And my only hope for 2025 is that it's better than the last 2 years have been. I mean, that's really all I can ask for. And I have to do my part. And that's what I plan to do. So yeah, anyway. I didn't know that I was going to get emotional. I have more videos to film. Anyway. Shout out to my husband, who has been my rock through all of this, who continues to be by my side with the many outs that I've given him. I am very, 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 very blessed to have him, because I don't think I can handle this on my own. Okay, so that's it. So we talked about last year that I wanted to do a group. I wanted to build a community. I wanted us to have a safe place. That will be coming. My goal is gonna have that up and ready to go by February the 1st. I already have memberships up and ready, but I don't know if there's like a join button or something. It's $1 a month. I also have a Facebook group. I just want us to have a place where we can support each other, whether you need to lose 15 pounds. Okay, sorry about that. We're probably at a different angle, maybe even a different color, because my memory card got full, which doesn't make any sense. But anyway, like I said, I want 2025 to be different. I want 2025 to be as pain-free, guilt-free, illness-free as possible. I just want to get some weight off. I want to have a successful surgery. I want to heal from that surgery. I want to move on with my life. That's really all I'm asking for. And so yeah, so I will probably get back to posting vlogs. I don't know if there'll be full day of eating vlogs. Again, not eating, but more like just what I'm doing in my day. I am trying to stay a bit more busy. Are they going to be exciting? No, because I don't leave the house. But again, I want to build community. I need you guys like more than ever. I feel like, and I just appreciate you so much. So much. I wish I had the words to just say how much your support, how much your comments, how much you reaching out, how much that means to me. You guys have helped me more than you'll ever know. And I appreciate you so much. So again, the weight on the scale is only our relation to gravity. However, I have set a goal for 100 pounds, and I don't think it'll happen before May, but I'm just gonna put balls to the wall and get it done. And that's my goal for 2025. So like I mentioned, I have a video on my word of the year, which is self. So you can find that listed in the description. No, you can't. It's the last video on the channel. Yeah. What else was I going to say? I don't remember. Anywho, check out the Etsy shop if you're interested in t-shirts. And if you end up purchasing one, I greatly appreciate it. I have so much stuff that I need to get, but we also need to get this credit card paid off and our emergency fund built back up. So that's where the part of eating at home comes in. So hopefully we can be successful, and I will have the ability to cook a bit more frequently. So yeah. All right, friends, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate you. If you haven't already, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Let me know how you're doing. Are you ready? What plan have you decided to go with? If you're interested in the group or the membership, like I said, there may be a join button. I don't remember. It's only $1. And I said it like that because some people aren't on Facebook and don't want to mess with a Facebook group. And that's really the only way I can think of for us to have a group. I know there's Discord, but I have no idea how that works. I've never even been on Discord. So this will have to do for now. So anyway, I love you guys. I will see you in my next video, and I will try to make sure that it's not, 3 weeks from now. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I'm going to try to weigh in on the 1st. I weighed on the 2nd and weigh in on around the 15th. So just twice a month. Okay, bye.